What if I told you that there's one simple habit that you could be doing that would help you to prevent heart disease, dementia, diabetes, risk of falls, or even premature death? It doesn't require supplements and it doesn't require surgery. Do you want to know what it is? The answer is exercise. Exercise. That is the thing that will extend our life, give us longevity, a healthier life for as long as we live, and help us to feel better with less problems throughout older age. If you're over 60, it could be the closest thing that I've found to the fountain of youth. So I've lost over 86 pounds now. I am on my way to 90-pound weight loss. And I think the biggest thing that I've learned through this process is that this isn't about just losing weight. It's also about exercise. Exercise is going to help you feel better. It's going to tone your muscles. It's going to help with the muscle loss that you're experiencing just by every day you're getting older. It's a fight every day to stay healthy. And so anyway, I'm here to talk to you today a little bit about the biggest thing that you can do that isn't going to cost you anything. You don't have to join gyms. You don't have to get personal trainers. You don't have to do any of that. But if you want to, it's another avenue as well. So let's get started. So aging is a bummer altogether. Unless you're 3 years old and you're trying to get on a ride at Disneyland and you want to get a little bit taller, I don't see any benefits to getting older at this point. So let's talk first about some of the things that go on with us when we don't exercise. I mean, realistically, I can tell you from my own experience that you have increased inflammation, you have muscle loss, you have higher chance of falling because, you don't have the balance capabilities that you had when you were younger. Balance is something you actually have to work on as you get older. You also start to experience muscle loss and bone loss and maybe a little bit of the noodle loss, if you know what I mean. So every day that you can be doing exercise to help yourself alleviate some of those issues, it's going to be a big help to you as you continue to get older day after day. And I have experienced just over the last 9 months, since I have incorporated exercise into my weight loss program, I've had less joint pain. I think because I've had less inflammation, I've had less back issues, I've had tons more flexibility. I'm much more balance centered than I was. I actually do a lot of balance exercises because I took that terrible fall last year. And, everything I have noticed has gotten better. My ability to, work harder throughout the day or play with the grandkids longer or even a day at Disneyland, I just have more energy. And one of the bigger things that because I haven't been somebody who's really ever exercised a lot, but one of the biggest things I've noticed is how it's made me feel better, like mentally. Now, I've never really been a down person. I know some people really struggle with things, but I don't know. I feel better than I felt in years. I think it's a combination of losing weight. I think it's a combination of a lot of things, being off sugar, but I think the bigger thing that it is right now, and I can tell the minute I walk to my car, when I leave the gym, I just feel exhilarated. And it's something I've never really experienced. I can see how people would get addicted to going to the gym and doing that kind of thing, because it really does make you feel better. Every decade after 30, you are losing muscle mass unless you work to preserve it. And working to preserve it is exercise. I heard it once said that we don't stop exercising because we get old. We get old because we stop exercising. That's kind of a neat saying. I like it. I've incorporated it into my life. Another really big benefit that happens as you get older when you exercise is better heart health. It's because of a lot of reasons, but I think it helps with your cholesterol. It helps keep your heart rate down. I think you have a less chance of stroke or a heart attack. You have better circulation. Everything about that is better for your heart. The second thing that's benefited from exercise every day or 3 times a week or whatever you put into your regimen is better brain health. So because you have better circulation and because you have better blood flow and all these different things, it's going to help you with your brain health. With that, just like I was talking about a minute ago, people have less depression, you have better memory, you have less chance of dementia forming. I mean, these are all really big things as we get older. And I don't know about you, but I hope I don't end up in a nursing home. You never know, I guess. But I decided a couple years ago to take control of my life and do my best not to end up in a nursing home unless I absolutely have to. And I'm talking like, absolutely have to. When you have stronger muscles, it's easier to climb stairs. I know because I can climb them and I couldn't for a long time. And you have easier to go grocery shopping, easier to go have fun with other people, with your grandkids, to go shopping. I mean, you just have more endurance. Your muscles take on a lot of the work that internal fortitude just can't push you through. So if you exercise, it is going to enhance the quality of your life. Strong bones equal less fractures and less falls. That's just a reality. So many studies have shown that exercise really makes a difference. When you look at sedentary adults versus active adults, it's the active adults that not just have longevity, years added to their life, but better quality of life to the end. Exercise slows biological aging, and that is a fact. You do better when you exercise. So the main types of exercises that seniors need are weight training, weight bearing. 2 to 3 times a week is all you need, 20 to 30 minutes at a workout. Those include dumbbells, resistance bands, and body weight exercises. Now, if you don't want to go to the gym, and I don't think a lot of seniors realize that there are all kinds of programs through your insurance that oftentimes pay for a gym membership. I have something through my insurance called Silver Sneakers. I didn't even know what it was. I printed out the little card, I took it to my gym, bam, you know what happened? They paid for my monthly gym membership. Now, they usually have a list of the gyms that they'll pay for. I go to EOS. I think it's a great gym. I love it there. They have everything I ever wanted. But there's so many great gyms you could check out. And if you can go for free, that's not out of your pocket. But if you didn't want to, you can buy some resistance bands. If you don't want to use dumbbells, use cans from your kitchen. I mean, there's so many things you can lift around the house. There's tons of YouTube videos of doctors, of exercise experts, of all kinds of different people, personal trainers who show how to do the exercises properly so you don't get hurt. And when you incorporate these different things into your routine, and I'm talking weight bearing, strength training, you are going to see the biggest difference. It is going to make a world of difference. Now, yes, cardio is important, walking is important if you can do it, riding the bike if you can do it. I mean, there's all kinds of neat things. Now, I have a surprise coming up. It's going to be a little bit later this summer about some biking opportunities that are coming up. So I'll let you know when we get closer to that. But I'll tell you what, if you can make that a part of your daily routine, you are going to see some good results. Not to mention, it keeps that metabolic stage going when you're trying to lose weight. So even though you've only lifted weights for a half an hour, you're going to see the benefits of how that's going to help you metabolically to, continue to lose weight while you're cutting back on your food over a couple of days. And speaking of cardio, if you're doing cardio and all you want to do is walk, they have all kinds of things now that'll monitor the steps, but really for seniors, 30 minutes of active walking a day is going to be exactly what you need. It's going to be great for cardio. It's going to help fat burning. It's going to help all kinds of things. So keep that in mind as you're going through your daily routine. Maybe monitor your steps. Maybe walk around the block a couple times. Whatever it is you can incorporate to help yourself feel better. And then lastly, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about balance training. Again, there's some great YouTube videos out there. You can look up all about balance training, balance exercises, and they are so important as we get older. I'd say probably maybe a fifth of what I do at the gym is to help me with balance. I'm on those balls trying to balance myself, and sometimes I can't do it. Sometimes I'm off and I have to get resituated again, but I can tell a big difference in my balance. And a couple of times since that last big fall, I've had situations where I've had to catch myself from falling, and I've caught myself. I've been quick enough to stop it and not fall. So I know from experience that's a really important thing to help us as we're putting these things in place as we get older. So in closing, the goal is not just to extend your life, it's to add life to the rest of the time that you're living. Imagine playing with your grandchildren, hiking, gardening, swimming, going out with friends and family, and being able to stay up late and maybe have a dinner where you have friends or family over. Maybe things you really couldn't do before might be things that you could start incorporating into your life. Every walk, every squat, every run, every workout is an investment in your future self. If you're over 60, if you're over 50, if you're over 40 even, and you're interested in living your best life, consider subscribing to my channel. Give me a like or a thumbs up today. And most importantly, join me on this healthy journey that I have been on for almost 2 years. I can tell you from my own experience, yes, cutting back on the food, losing the weight, all that has been great. The exercise has made such a difference in my life. And I plan on doing all kinds of exercise over the rest of my life, not just going to the gym. I have all kinds of things in store. So I hope you'll join me on this life journey that I'm on. And, I just want to continue to encourage you wherever you are in life. Maybe some of those things I talked about don't fit your situation right now. Maybe they're things that you have to kind of work into, but I'm here to help motivate you and inspire you if at all possible. So thanks for watching today, and I will see you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.